Well, the first problem I have is that I don't see a number 7 on the Panama team, and there's a number 7 on the park. So that's interesting, because there's no number 7. It might be number 17, Luis Enriquez, when we get the start. Panama with the first possession, so we'll have to work out who that number 7 is, because we don't have a number 7 on the starting sheet. Panama will get the first throw of the game again, folks. We welcome you to our coverage. It's live here at the National Stadium. What a beautiful looking surface. I think it's the best I've ever seen it. And the Jamaicans, with overseas-based players, would enjoy this. Mackinac, who played on the left side against Mexico. McCleary was on the right side. I think that was Dave. Beckford is up front. Shelton just behind him. Beckford making his debut. We had a couple of debutants in the last game. Here's Cooper. This is Armando Cooper. And he gives up possession. Demar Phillips into touch with the ball. This is Mariappa. Now plays it straight at Reading. Played at Watford with Nosworthy. Doyley, the other player on the bench, he's also from Watford. They're in the third spot now. And Lloyd Doyle told me that they will come second for sure, and they will automatically qualify for the Premier League. If they end up third or below second, then they will have a playoff. And then we will see how it goes. Here comes Panama. Well, he has on a number 17 shirt. The left wing back, which is Henriquez. Ball is played back to the skipper Baloy. This is Felipe Baloy. The Jamaicans come behind the ball. Sanchez. Good ball all the way across. So now I'm very confused. Demar Phillips with the throw. Austin to Phillips. So a shaky start. No possession just yet by either team. Paris with the throw for Panama. And again, the ball is into touch. I'm sure the Jamaicans would want to get the first goal here this evening. Here's Demar Phillips, gives up possession again. Cooper. And here comes Panama. Tejada. Back to Cooper. Cooper Paris to his right, but he gives it to Escobar. Good movement by Panama, but it does die a natural death, doesn't it? And Donovan Ricketts gets his first touch. So as you can see, less than just 4 minutes gone in the game. So I'm told that Blas Perez is wearing the number 7 shirt. I told you at the start that he scored a couple of goals against Jamaica. And with Tejada up front, they have some experience up there. But again, a slow start to the game. I'm sure the Jamaicans would, as we said, get the early goal. Oh, this is Perez with the ball. Gets there before Jermaine Taylor, but the ball is given away. And the Jamaicans will come away with a couple of balls on the part. That's goalkeeper Mejia. And that's goalkeeper Donovan Ricketts. When they're having a free kick or a spot kick, depending on the side where the ball is. Oh, is that no call? Yep, the call is made. Beckford. He wants to know from the referee what he did, why he made that call. So the player that is down, I'll tell you in a minute. Jermaine Beckford still wants to find out from Mr. Rodriguez what he did wrong. The call was made in the box. It was Paris that was knocked over. Lionel Paris. He seems to be all right. The kick will go to Panama. So a very slow start in front of a packed house here at the National Stadium. The Jamaicans call it the office, where Rene Simões, the Brazilian, was in charge. The Jamaicans were unbeaten here for about 4 years. They didn't lose a game. In that 98 World Cup, the Jamaicans played 10 home games. Not only did they not lose any, they didn't even give up a goal in those 10 games. Let's get the feeling that happens again. The Jamaicans will be in Brazil. Paris loses to Mackinoff, who tries to get it to Luton Shelton, broken up, but Mariappa. Marvin Elliott loses possession. Here comes Panama. This is Tejada. And again it dies a natural death. So Donovan Ricketts so far getting more touches. The coaching staff chewing away. Must be a little nervous. Warren Barrett, Alfredo Monteso, and Theodore Whitmore. Theodore Whitmore, the man in charge. I suspect not too many would have played at the World Cup and then coached at the World Cup. Here's Shelton, there's a lot of pace. Still Luton Shelton. Stays on his feet. Oh, he does well, but the Panamanians also do well to clear their lines. Here comes Cooper. Cooper's had a few touches since the start of the game. First touch, not very good from Escobar, but the Jamaicans come away with it. Taylor. McCleary. A good cross to Beckford. Gets the header on. And Mackinoff looking for a handled ball. Here's Austin. That should get the crowd going. And here comes Panama. The Jamaicans backing off. Here they come again. McCleary. Oh, Beckford. Touch a little too hard. But good movement. Beckford and Mackinoff. That's the same body type. Beckford a little bit taller. Mackinoff in the 10, Beckford in the 7. Theodore Whitmore would be pleased with that. The Jamaicans pushing forward. Mariappa gets the header. Only as far as Marcos Sanchez. This is Perez. And now with Cooper. Again he gets a touch. Well done by McCleary to Jermaine Taylor. Quiet start. No shots on goal, no corners just yet. Just a couple of fouls. I suspect a boxing match, where the boxers, they feel themselves out early in the fight, and then they start to throw some punches, maybe in the 3rd round or the 4th round. Here's Joel Mackinoff. This might be the first punch. Shelton makes the run. Mackinoff doesn't give him. Still Mackinoff. DeMar Phillips comes to help. He gets the ball now. Back to Mackinoff. Jamaica with possession here to the back post. And Mejia gets there just before Gareth McCleary. Good cross. And that's what you want. The coaches will tell you, pull the goalkeeper. You want to pull him so that he misses. He didn't miss just now, and here's Paris once more for Panama. And Mark Phillips will be called for a foul. Cooper. This is Torres. Again, Cooper gets it. Again, Panama trying to keep possession. Gomez with the ball. Gabriel Gomez looking for a forward pass. The Jamaicans again get behind the ball, not giving up too much room. And now they win the ball. Taylor gets it from Austin. Back to Taylor. And Coach Whitmore would not like that. You don't want to give up possession so easily. Malloy, the captain, will take the throw. Well, he doesn't. Coaching staff again looking a little concerned. Maybe not concerned, the game is early. And if you want to use the word concern just yet, because they haven't been under any threat or anything. So the Jamaicans have never beaten Panama in a World Cup qualifier. They lost one and tied one. Maybe third time lucky, who knows. Here they come. Austin does well to keep possession. Demar Phillips. And Luton Shelton wasn't an easy ball for him. So Ricketts in goal, Nosworthy, Elliott, Taylor, Beckford, McAnuff, Phillips, Austin, Mariappa, Shelton and McCleary. The Jamaicans making 2 changes from that Mexico game, Jermaine Johnson and Ryan Johnson. And maybe Ryan Johnson could feel a little bit hard done by because he never had a bad game against Mexico. Probably thought he deserved to start again. But, lots of talk about Jermaine Beckford. There's Jermaine Taylor, Jermaine Beckford, Jermaine Johnson, all in the same squad. 2 on the park, 1 on the bench. Let's see the call here. You know, you could see that quite clearly, but I usually get a little annoyed with referees when only one person challenges for the ball. The other one doesn't. And you give the call to the person who doesn't challenge for the ball. I think he ought to challenge, and if he doesn't challenge, then he shouldn't get the call. Maybe that's why I'm not a referee. Again, the players will go across to the side where the ball is kicked from. They all will. Ball given away. Easily won by Panama. Taylor to McCleary. Here's Gareth McCleary. And this is Jermaine Beckford. Still Beckford with the ball. Tries to get it back to McCleary, but not before the skipper Malloy comes across and gets it. Then it's to Henriquez. Here comes Panama. Some space on this right-hand side for Panama. This is Paris. With Sanchez. Marco Sanchez. Back to Paris. Free play on the back post. Gets a free header. The Jamaicans certainly don't want to do that. Didn't do well with it, but he was all by himself at the back post. He still is, actually, even though he's in an offside position. Well, he isn't now. But again, he stays free at the back post. The first corner of the game. And it goes to Panama. So a little bit too free at the back post. I think you heard Theodore Whitmore said after scouting the Panama team, they came a lot down the right-hand side, and since the start of the game, Lionel Paris has been very, very involved down this right-hand side. He wears a number 2 shirt. Keep an eye on Paris. This is Rolando Escobar. And this ball is headed out. Panama will put it back in. Here's Cooper. Goes for goal. Escobar, a famous name in football for the wrong reasons. A Colombian player who scored an own goal against the United States. I think it was the '94 World Cup. And then he was killed in Colombia. And the feeling is that it was because he scored the own goal. Quite unfortunate. Paris, again, very involved. Panama quite comfortable with possession. Perez can't get it. It goes into touch. It's going to be Panama's throw. So just over 15 minutes. Someone has to change his shirt. I'm not certain if there's blood on it or it's torn or something. Jermaine Beckford having a hard time with the fourth official. The fourth official telling him to calm down. He says, well, you're not in charge. Give me a break. I know he's going to be shown a yellow card for arguing with the fourth official. So Beckford said, I went off the park just to change my shirt. And you're going to give me a yellow card for that. Not certain why he had to change his shirt. Alfredo Monteso is also asking what's going on. But no, Jermaine Beckford has to be calm. He's on a yellow card early in the game. Jamaicans can't afford to play with 10. Now he's sent back off the park. And I think he was shown a yellow card because he was not given permission to re-enter, which is a rule. And if he did that, then he deserves the call. So here's what happening. The fourth official is telling him to wait for a while. He says he's not waiting, and he says, well, give me a break. And then he apparently runs on the park, but it looks like he thought he was called on. And then he was shown the yellow card and sent back off. Now if he came on without the referee telling him to come on, then he should get the yellow card. That's part of the game. But it seems like he was called on. Here's Perez. Again, Beckford still off. The referee's doing this deliberately, I'm sure. Here comes Jamaica, Austin. And now the referee calls him back on. Well, the referee, he did that deliberately. And referees are like that. They say, well, you give me a hard time, well, go park on the side for a little while. I'm in charge here, is what they say. So not a lot happening so far. 18 minutes gone in the game. As you can see on the screen, still no goals and no almost goals either. That's Armando Cooper. He's influential so far for his team. Plays in the middle of the park. Both teams seemingly playing the same formation. Nosworthy has been very, very steady since playing for Jamaica. Referee says, well, that was illegal. And the foul goes to Panama. And again, Jermaine Beckford has to be careful. Really should calm down and leave the referee. You wouldn't want to remember your first game for Jamaica as one that you were shown a red card. Six Panamanians just at the top of the box. Referee says take the free kick. Here it comes to the back post, headed back out. Sanchez will try to keep it in. And that came off Sanchez, and the throw will be to Jamaica. Mark Phillips, having played at Waterhouse. the free kick once again. Jermaine Taylor has lots of space on that far side. Gaff McCleary will come back to get it. Here's McCleary. Now Nosworthy has Mariappa to his left. Adrian Mariappa, they both played at Watford. Mariappa now at Reading. Reading not doing so well in the league. Watford doing very well. Here's Taylor. And the Jamaicans will keep possession. Nosworthy. Mariappa. Phillips. Back to DeMar Phillips. Oh, Lucan Shelton does well. Still Shelton. Nosworthy. And here comes Panama. And the Jamaicans take it back quite easily. DeMar Phillips gets it to Jermaine Taylor. And Bedford loses possession. This is Armando Cooper. Gabriel Gomez gets the ball. I know it's with Escobar. Escobar looking for a pass. Jamaicans behind the ball. Perez back to Escobar, looking for Paris, broken up. It's with the skipper, Baloy. Cooper. Good movement by Panama. Played inside. Here's Perez. And Ricketts has to come, and he does. So Panama, with a number of passes, maybe the best move for the night. The crowd a little quiet. They're not having too much fun just yet. Austin to Phillips. No, it's Austin. Gets it across. Jermaine Taylor, who seems to have a lot of room on the far side. This is McCleary. And Baloy puts it into touch for Jamaica's first corner. Mark Phillips will go all the way across to take the right-sided corner with his left foot. Be an in-swinger into goalkeeper Luis Mejia. Some coaches would prefer the ball to go away from the goalkeeper. You pull him out of the box. Some coaches says put it to the goalkeeper. If you get the header on, it's easier to score. He gets the header on and he does score. Marvin Elliott gets the first goal for Jamaica. He gets his first goal in the 23rd minute. So the in-swinging corner from DeMar Phillips. Elliott went up and got it beautifully. Here it comes. Here's Elliott. Goalkeeper Mejia stuck on the line. He couldn't get even close to the ball. And in the 22nd minute, the Jamaicans get the first goal. Marvin Elliott with his first goal for Jamaica. The crowd is alive. It is 1-0. Jamaica over Panama. Lots of traffic in front of goalkeeper Mejia. The ball was played away from the goalkeeper, even though it was an in-swinger. And Elliott went high, and he did very, very well to get his first goal. I think that's his third game for Jamaica. He played against Honduras, and he played against Mexico, and now he scores against Panama. Lucan Shelton called for the foul. Crowd here not too impressed with the referee, Mr. Rodriguez. McEnough having a chat with Garth McCleary on the far side. And the referee comes across quickly. DeMar Phillips and Blas Perez having a friendly chat. And now McEnough gets involved. Alfredo Monteso, the referee's not seen what's going on. The game has restarted. The referee says, well, I'm not ready yet. Bring that back over here. And they do. Paris with the free kick. Perez, Tejada, back to Perez. The flag stays down. Here's Perez. Good block from Ricketts. And Panama, they get the second corner. But a great block from Donovan Ricketts. So it's all happening. Perez given just a little bit of room. He spun and had a good shot. And Ricketts blocked it. Rolando Escobar will take the corner for Panama. Cooper keeps it in. Nosworthy plays it all the way back, and now Paris, who went all the way in a central defensive position, gets the ball. Here's Paris once again, Lionel Paris. This is Jermaine Taylor. McEnough to McCleary, back to Joel McEnough. Here they come, the referee stops the game. Again, the crowd doesn't like it. Not certain what happened. Beckford comes all the way across, has a chat with Theodore Whitmore, so too DeMar Phillips. Let's see if we could figure out what happened here. Nothing. He just fell badly. And with the Jamaicans attacking, you get the feeling the referee should have allowed play to go on unless he thought it was a serious injury. Here's the goal scorer, Marvin Elliott in the number 4 shirt. Theodore Whitmore very, very animated. Now here's the chance earlier. Good ball from Tejada to Blas, and a good foot save there from Donovan Ricketts. Well, your job is to stop it, and he certainly did stop it from going in. Great stuff. And then the Jamaicans have the ball, and Panama will give them back all the way back in their own defense. But the Jamaicans had the ball where the ball was dropped. And I think, I've said it before, if the game is stopped because the opposing player is hurt, then really and truly the referee should almost insist that they get it back where they had it. Throw to Jamaica. Marvin Elliott in the 22nd minute as Coach Valdez tells his team what to do. Here's Shelton hanging out to the ball. McEnough. Phillips has the pass. He gets it back now to Elliott. Elliott all the way across to McCleary. Beautiful pass. First touch very good. Gets it back to Jermaine Taylor. Austin Taylor. Good stuff from Jamaica. Nosworthy. They'll pull the Panamanians out and then they'll attack again. No, the coaching staff would love this. Here's Mariappa. Phillips. No call, says the referee. And Sanchez gets it to Cooper. Gomez. All the way back to Torres, who plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper Mejia. Beaten in the 22nd minute. Never even moved. Very, very good header. Just inside the back post. And he stood there and he watched it. Here's Baloy. Panamanians closely marked. McAnuff. Joel McAnuff. Again he gets it to McCleary. Austin goes for the run. Beckford is inside. Austin won't get there before Baloy. And Baloy goes to the assistant referee on the far side and wants to know if you're not going to call Rudolph Austin for that sliding tackle, even though he jumped over it and never got touched. I guess if there was intent, he could have been called. Baloy goes long, looking for Tejada. Mariappa. Austin gives up possession to Henriquez. And then the ball is given away. This is Joel McAnuff with the ball. Beckford heads to the back post. Still McAnuff. Knocked over just at the top of the box. Jamaicans won a penalty. Clearly was outside the box. I think it was at the half time, the Jamaicans, half line, the Jamaicans would want the penalty. 31 minutes gone in the game. McAnuff does well, turns inside Baloy. Wanted to go back out. Free kick in a very good position. And the crowd is saying, yeah, they could score from there. Well, let's see if they do. Really want a left footer to take this one. DeMar Phillips has gone all the way across. Rudolph Austin hits the dead ball very, very well. Who will take it? My bet is Phillips. Just might be Austin. Mejia behind a four-man wall. 1-0 to Jamaica. Could this be number 2? Phillips was the man who took the corner. It is DeMar Phillips. He will get another corner. So the third corner to Jamaica. Oh, this one is pushed out by Jamaica. And the referee says there was a foul inside the box. And the kick will go to Panama. Panamanians get the restart. Here they come. Lionel Paris started the game really, really well in the last maybe 10 minutes. We haven't seen that much of him. The Jamaicans have adjusted and have stopped the movement down the right-hand side. Coach Theodore Whitmore said he knew that they would do that. McAnuff gets there before Baloy. Beckford can't get there before Mejia. Now here's Paris with some space. I guess if he gets the space in his own half, he won't hurt anyone. They won't be too concerned about that. It's when he gets high in the Jamaicans' half that there will be some concern. Austin knocked over. The referee says the free kick will go to Jamaica. Austin will leave it for DeMar Phillips. That's the foul just now. Phillips gets it back to Adrian Mariappa, to Myron Nosworthy. He has Jermaine Taylor to his right. He goes long for Jermaine Beckford. Baloy wins the header. McCleary can't get there. No call from the referee this time. Mariappa puts it back up front to Luton Shelton. Paris wins the header. No, he doesn't. Well, he does, but it goes to Jamaican. Comes back inside. Here's Cooper. Good move from Perez. This is Sanchez. Here comes Panama. Tejada comes to the ball. Then he goes to the back post. Oh, knocked over is Marvin Elliott. Then the Jamaicans will come away with it easily. And the coaching staff will breathe a sigh of relief. Here's Luton Shelton playing in a left wing position since the start of the game. Gets it to McAnuff. I think McAnuff played that position against Mexico. McAnuff now playing on the left-hand side, but just behind the forwards. Sanchez does well to get it to Perez. Perez to Tejada. Here's Tejada. Back to Blas Perez. This is Gomez with the ball. Gomez to Sanchez. Sanchez to Paris. Good movement from Panama. Shelton has pace and he does well to come back and make the tackle. The Panamanians will keep possession, but they stop the attack. So the movement again is down this right-hand side by Panama. Here's Paris once again. Phillips. The Jamaicans making 2 changes from that Mexico game. Ryan Johnson and Jermaine Johnson out. Jermaine Beckford and Luton Shelton comes in. Marvin Elliott, the goal scorer, in case you've just joined, in the 22nd minute. Came from a right-sided corner, taken with DeMar Phillips' left foot, and it found the head of Elliott. And the textbook will tell you that you should head it down. He did. He headed it away from goalkeeper Mejia. Hence, Jamaicans are in front. I don't think the coaching staff will be comfortable just yet. I suspect they won't be comfortable until the end of the game, and the Jamaicans are in front then. Honduras and Mexico playing to a 2-2 tie today, so the Hondurans beaten the United States in their first game at home. Then they tie with Mexico in their second game at home. Hernandez scored both goals for Mexico. McCleary couldn't get to that one. Good idea. The throw goes to Panama. Alfredo Monteso closest to the camera. Warren Barrett beside him. Coach Theodore Whitmore standing in his technical area. And that's the area in front of the bench that the coaches are allowed to stand there and walk around in there. And you heard Andrew Price earlier. Well, if you see him in his technical area, he goes about 3 miles a match in there and yells and screams. And his team at Boystown doing well in the Premier League. Here comes Panama. This is World Cup qualifier at the National Stadium. Lionel Paris has been very influential. He gets it on the far side to Tejada. Luis Tejada with the ball. Tried to get a shot off. The Jamaicans just getting behind the ball. This is Cooper with the ball. He will try to get the shot off. He does. And the crowd lets him know what they think of it. National Stadium, it's a beautiful sight. No seats available. As I said, the JFF president, Captain Horace Burrell, the former army man, told me that the stadium was sold out at 1500 hours. What's that, 3 o'clock? There you go. That's Lionel Paris. Gets it to Cooper. Armando Cooper has a nice football name. That's Diego Maradona's middle name. Here he is with the ball. Here comes Panama. Foul against Cooper. Austin says, all right, no problem. I'm sorry. 1 yellow card so far to Jermaine Beckford. I make it 4 corners. Just one to Jamaica, which ended up in the back of the net. And Beloy arguing with the referee and says, well, are you going to protect my players? I know these things, folks. I think we had 2 corners. Jamaicans had 2 corners. This is Beloy. Getting close to the half-time whistle. Ball played back to Beloy. Now he gets it to Cooper. Not certain I understood that move. They must know why they did it. I think the same thing Cooper attempted to do. Beloy could have done that. This is McCleary. Gareth McCleary with the ball. Broken up by Panama. Tejada to Perez. To Sanchez. Paris. And again, Elliott, who does well in that holding midfield position. In the Mexico game, he didn't even realize he was on the park. He just stood there and kept his position, and that's the reason they call it a holding midfielder. He stays in the hole, and he does it very well. He wasn't in the hole when he got the goal, I tell you. Went up for the corner. Here he is once again, back to DeMar Phillips. Phillips does well to get it to Jermaine Beckford. Across to McCleary. Beckford heads up front. McAnuff is there. Beckford trying to get it, or McCleary tries to get it back to Beckford. It's broken up, and the throw is to Panama. So less than 5 minutes plus time to be added on for stoppages in the first half. Here comes Panama. Sure, coach Deli Valdez would want to see them get a goal before the half-time whistle. The Jamaicans would want to ensure that they don't. Here's Sanchez. Paris, a good ball here across goal. Really good ball from Paris. Perez got on the end of it, got a boot on, and had Ricketts scrambling. Paris really does well at this right back position. A great ball inside, and Perez got the boot on it. That didn't miss by much. Almost looked like he was in an offside position, Paris. You'll probably see it again. Maybe see it from a wider angle to see if he was in an offside position. It looked like he was when he got the ball, to be fair. But it was a great ball across goal from Paris. And Perez got there first. And just missing the back post. Again, the Jamaican coaching staff would breathe a sigh of relief. We'll hear from our guys at half-time, and we'll hear their thoughts in the first half. I'm sure they'll be very happy that the Jamaicans are in front, hopefully at half-time. Foul against Panama. Marvin Elliott, the goal scorer, foul, helped up by Cooper. Perez also down, but he's all right now. And Nosworthy is also down. He seems to be having some problems. And the medical team will go out on the park. So 1-0 to the Jamaica. Goal scored in the 22nd minute by Marvin Elliott from a DeMar Phillips corner. A couple of Jamaicans up off the bench. I think that's Omar Daly. And Lloyd Doyley, I think, is the next player that's up. That is Doyley, wearing the number 3 on his debut here for Jamaica. In for Watford in the right back position. And Nosworthy, he doesn't look so good, truth be told. Yep, doesn't look good at all. Very close to the half-time. Earlier today, Honduras 2, Mexico 2. Costa Rica plays the United States also. Nosworthy not looking very good at all. That should be a concern to the coaching staff. Elliott, it seems, will go back and play in the central defensive position. The Jamaicans down to 10 men. I think Theodore Whitmore would want to see if they could hang on until the half-time whistle before they decide what to do. He said Doyley is up. Maybe they put Doyley in the right back position and bring Jermaine Taylor as the centre half. 3 minutes of time to be added on. Goal scored in the 22nd minute. Nosworthy having some problems. Here comes Jamaica. Rudolph Austin might have a go at goal here. Still Austin. Still Austin with the ball. Too hard for DeMar Phillips. I think the Jamaicans would have wanted him to take the shot. So Jamaica, they will make the substitution. Omar Daly will go on. So it seems like Nosworthy is finished for the night. And Jermaine Taylor will probably come in and play the central defensive position. And Omar Daly will go in a right back position, I suspect. So again, a couple of players down again. So Nosworthy in some problems. Here's the tackle. Oh, Rudolph Austin kicked just above the ankle. Theodore Whitmore pulls back Omar Daly. He says, hang on a bit, and now he sends him back. So Nosworthy is finished. Sends him back to the fourth official. He had called him back. This is not good news for Jamaica. Nosworthy has been very, very, very steady, but he's finished for the night. And Omar Daly will go all the way across to the right back position. Jermaine Taylor will join Adrian Mariappa in the middle of the park. Mariappa wins the header. McAnuff to Austin. Shelton. Still Luton Shelton. Beckford. Here comes Jamaica. It'd be great to get another goal just before the half-time whistle. This is Rudolph Austin. Beautiful ball all the way across to Garth McCleary. Very good first touch. Daly makes the run on the outside. He doesn't get the ball, and Baloy will come away with it for Panama. Mejia has to get rid of it quickly. He does. Here's Mariappa. Ball taken away. This is Torres. And now Cooper. And Tejada. Tejada. And that's the end. I make it only one yellow card. Miller and the most honorable Mr. Miller. As we get ready for what we hope would be an action-packed second half. The Jamaicans have made a forced change. Naira Nosworthy had to be pulled out. Omar Daly has gone to the right wing-back position. They've put Jermaine Taylor in the middle of the park as we get the start to the second half. The Panamanians had the ball first, so the Jamaicans, they start the second half. This is Adrian Mariappa. Jermaine Taylor tells him to go long, but he decides to get it to his captain, Donovan Ricketts, and he goes long. Beckford. Here is McAnuff. Luton Shelton, that one is overhit and he won't get it back. Luton Shelton, I was going to say, is at the back post, but the ball won't get there as McAnuff overhit that ball and it went into touch for a goal kick to Panama. Here's Baloy, the captain. Luis Henriquez is his left wing back and he pushes all the way upfield. McCleary goes all the way back with him. Perez tries to get it to Tejada, broken up by Phillips. This is McCleary. And now with Omar Daly. Here's Omar Daly. Phillips goes to McAnuff. And Paris will get it. Paris had a lot of the ball in the first half. Did have a wonderful cross that Perez got on the end of, and it just missed the back post. But the Jamaicans with a lot more touch in the early goings here. Austin can't get there. Felipe Baloy, the captain of Panama. Jamaica trying to get their first victory over Panama in a World Cup qualifier. Gabriel Gomez with the ball. He goes for Henriquez. The overlapping Henriquez can't get there. 6 of the Panama or Panamanian players behind the park or behind the goal getting ready. I'm sure Coach Deli Valdez would want to use all 3 of his substitutes, the 3 that he's allowed. So you're allowed 18 players. Now they've moved it to 23. Here's Luton Shelton, does have some pace. But good work there from Torres. Shelton will get the throw. So you're now allowed 23, but you're still only allowed 3 substitutions. And there was a time in football that you were only allowed 1 substitution. Then they moved it to 3, and they said 3 and the goalkeeper if he got hurt. Which meant if you made 3 changes and the goalkeeper got hurt, then you could still put in another goalkeeper. Well, they've changed that now and say only 3 substitutions. So even if you make the 3 and the goalkeeper gets hurt, you have to put an outfield player in the goal. I don't know if they shouldn't allow you to put in another goalkeeper. That's more fun for the fans. Tejada is onside. No, he isn't. Jermaine Taylor now playing at a central defensive position. Austin gets it across to Demar Phillips. Phillips to Luton Shelton. Ball given away. Perez. Paris. Cooper. Tejada says go back to the right. Cooper gets it back to Paris. Good ball down the right-hand side to Sanchez. Needs a good cross. I was going to say a very good tackle, but the assistant disagrees with me and said it wasn't a very good tackle. It's a foul. And Marcos Sanchez is brought down. Escobar will go across to take it. Let's see if I was right. Well, didn't look like he got any of the ball, to be truthful. The assistant was very, very close. Maybe he was right and I wasn't. It will count off the 10 yards. The rule actually says at least 10 yards, so I guess the referee could send you 25 yards if he wants. From Panama here in the grandstand. Demar Phillips, oh, that's not a very good header. He's lucky that he got away with it. There's a chance. Torres is at the top. Oh, the central defender gets a deflection for a corner. Panama's 3rd. So a couple hundred Panamanians in the grandstand here in full red supporting their team. So Torres is a centre half, but he stays up, or stayed up from the free kick, and he gets the shot off. Deflection, throws it over the bar. Corner kick to Panama, and Baloy gets the header. Wanted to do what Elliott did, it didn't work. Felipe Baloy wins the header. Was off balance, never had a lot of control, and Coach Deli Valdez must be wondering, we're going to lose this one. Honduras 2, Mexico 2 earlier. So a good result for Jamaica. Honduras leading the zone now with 4 points, having beat the United States in the first game. Honduras, they get a couple of games at home. Jamaicans will leave the country tomorrow, early in the morning, and they play Costa Rica on Tuesday. Another game live here on Television Jamaica. And then I think the next set of qualifiers would be in June. And then they have another back-to-back, if you want to call it that. A 4-day spread between the next two. Cooper is shut down quickly. I think the games will be on the 4th and the 7th of June. Here comes Beckford. Still Beckford with the ball. Beckford does well to keep possession. Tried to get the shot off. He did get the shot off, but it was blocked by the defenders from Panama. Beckford showing some pace inside. Here's Hernandez, gets it to Sanchez. That's Gomez. And now Escobar gets it back across to Henriquez. Here comes Panama. Sanchez. Cooper. Hernandez with a good overlapping run. Needs a good cross here. It's not a good one. Ricketts should clean this one up. He does. I think he got hurt. He throws it into touch. I think Perez came down on his leg. Now Panama getting ready to make a substitution. Anibal Godoy is with the 4th official as Donovan Ricketts gets some medical help. So Godoy will go in. And is it Cooper that's coming out? It's a bit of a surprise to me. Cooper wasn't having I didn't think had a bad game. Armando Cooper is pulled out. And Anibal Godoy goes on the park. So both teams with one substitution. Cooper is out, Godoy is in, Ricketts still down. And we saw Baloy asking Godoy, what did the coach tell you? Now here's Beckford, this was earlier. Gets the better of Baloy. Still Beckford with the ball, does well to keep possession. Takes the left-footed shot that was blocked. Luckily for goalkeeper Mejia. Never had too much work to do. And Ricketts up and ready again. So if you notice, the stretcher will come on for the players, but it won't come on for the goalkeeper. For obvious reasons, because you could restart the game with 10 players or 9 players or even 8 players, but you can't restart the game without the goalkeeper, can you? Throw it to Jamaica. Godoy is on. What a crowd here at the National Stadium. Oh, here's a break here. Oh, that should be a red card. It could be a red card. The referee doesn't make a play. Wow. Well, let me see that again. I'm sure he was the last man in defense. And the rule says if you stop a goal-scoring opportunity, then you're shown a red card. Well, if he's the last man in defense, he certainly did stop a goal-scoring opportunity. The referee didn't even call a foul. Well, there you go. Sure, we'll see it again. That's a strange no call. And now a yellow card is shown to Omar Daly. What's going on? Omar Daly showing the yellow card, so now he has to be careful also. A couple of Jamaicans with yellow cards. Here comes Panama. Baloy. Panama pushing forward a little more. Now the foul goes against Beckford. Again, he has to be careful. the substitute, Godoy. Nice little chip to the back post. And now this goes against Godoy, and the free kick to Jamaica. And Perez tries to help up Austin, and Austin says, well, I don't need your help, son. I'm fine. Now the free kick to Jamaica. I don't know why Coach Dele Valdez said he did not want this referee to do the game. Not certain why he said that. He's shown a couple of yellow cards, and the Jamaican crowd certainly not too impressed with his handling of the game. Mr. Rodriguez from Honduras. So I'd love to see that play again with Jermaine Beckford. I thought it certainly was a foul. But I guess it doesn't matter what I think. Here's Perez. This is Godoy. To Henriquez. McCleary does well. And now here's Mackinac. Mardelli's shown a yellow card. Marvin Elliott, the goal scorer, gives up possession. Here comes Panama. This is Escobar with the ball. Elliott chasing back to try to get it. Gets it to Perez. And now it's taken away. But given back. Henriquez. Broken up. And that must be a foul now. And now the referee calls. And Alfredo Monteso is saying, aren't you going to show him a yellow card? The fourth official says, well, sit down. So it's a contentious game, isn't it? They're all getting at the referee and the fourth official, and the coaches are saying what's going on. Mackinac, ball taken away. Henriquez goes long. Tejada does well to get it to Perez. Sanchez. Broken up by Mariappa. And DeMar Phillips will come away with it for Jamaica. Marvin Elliott's goal in the 22nd minute. The only goal in the game. Sanchez will be shown a yellow card now. And the crowd says, well, you finally. Finally. Here's Sanchez as he clips DeMar Phillips. Marcus Sanchez showing the yellow card. Mejia beaten once so far. Here's Baloy, Felipe Baloy, the captain of Panama, given a lot of room as the Jamaicans back off. Godoy, the substitute. Hannibal Godoy. And Godoy gives it to Baloy, and he plays it into touch. Omar Daly plays at Motherwell in Scotland. His team now second in the league. I think they have about 50 points. Here's Baloy. Again, the Jamaicans get behind the ball. Godoy gets it back from Sanchez. He tries to get it across to Paris, but it's broken up by Jamaica. And Panama gets back the ball. Panama getting ready to make another change. Nelson Barahona is having a chat with his coach. Foul against Luton Shelton, taken quickly. Here's Paris. Pass to the back post to Tejada. Gets it inside to Perez. And it's broken up. They don't want to give him a shot so close to your goal. He scored a couple of times against Jamaica. Enriquez inside. Ball played back from Escobar. And it's into touch for a Panamanian throw. So an hour and a bit gone in the game. Still just the one goal. Cleared by Austin. Panama get back possession. Jamaica might be getting ready to make another substitution. Rudolph Austin knocked over again. Donovan Ricketts. There's a substitution to be made now for Panama. Barahona comes in and Escobar goes out. Nelson Barahona. There was a time that you would never see a number 10 on the bench. They've had some really famous number 10s in the world. Pele was one. I don't suspect you'd see Pele sitting on the bench. Diego Maradona wore number 10. No, I guess it's not the same. Jamaica ready to make a substitution also. Theo Robinson, who came on the park against Mexico, is getting ready to come on the park again. They're going to pull out. I suspect it's either going to be Jermaine Beckford or Luton Shelton. Here's Godoy. Barahona. And Henriquez can't keep it in. So it is Jermaine Beckford that's pulled out. His first game for Jamaica. And Theo Robinson. They now play at the same team in England. Robinson was with Derby County, but he's on loan now at Huddersfield. And now he gets a chance to show what he could do. Doesn't have a lot of pace. We saw him come on the park. Here he is showing some pace already. Here's Robinson. Well, that's a pretty good start. As soon as he comes on the park, he gets off a shot. Shot some quickness. Got free and got the right footer off. Came on against Mexico, and now he comes on against Panama. Barahona, all the way back to Baloy. Sanchez, Godoy, Paris, good movement from Panama. Great first touch from Paris. Tejada can't keep possession. Luton Shelton gets it back to DeMar Phillips. Oh, good move from Phillips. Bad move from Phillips. Barahona with the ball. Here's Enriquez. Panama with a shot! Oh, they get it past Donovan Ricketts. So, a left-footed shot beats Ricketts to his left. And Panama, in the 65th minute, they tied the game. It's Luis Henriquez with the shot. Donovan Ricketts can't believe it. The ball bouncing up just before it got to him. Bounced over the hands. And the crowd is quiet, as it was DeMar Phillips who gave that ball away. And the Panamanians made really, really good use of it. And in the 65th minute, they are certainly happy. It is Jamaica 1, Panama 1. That man on your screen, the goal scorer. And word coming in that the United States, Clint Dempsey's goal gives them a 1-0 lead over Costa Rica. Here's the goal. Enriquez does well to get in front of Omar Phillips. And to be fair to Donovan Ricketts, I think he saw it late. Probably was blocked. Here they come again, Panama. We're back to live action, folks. Shelton is knocked over. Blocked in his tracks. And the yellow card is already out. The referee sends for the stretcher, but he will show someone the yellow card. It certainly won't be Luton Shelton. I get the feeling it's to be Gabriel Gomez that will be shown the card. So United States 1, Costa Rica 0 earlier. Honduras 2, Mexico 2. And here it's Jamaica 1, Panama 1. With about 22 minutes to go here at the National Stadium in Kingston. Yellow card shown to Gabriel Gomez. So Clint Dempsey, who scored here at the stadium against Jamaica very, very early in the game. A game that the Jamaicans went on to win. Now the Jamaicans led from the 22nd minute, and in the 65th, Enriquez played in a left wing-back position, gets the goal. Robinson can't keep possession. It's played into touch. One. Lots of time left in the game. Austin's shot is wayward. So both players are back at the park. Fans having a good time. I think the crowd got a lot more quiet since the Panamanian goal. Hasn't been a classic, has it? Scrappy game, both teams not having a whole lot of possession. Jamaica's losing Nosworthy to injury, a forced change. Whitmore must be a little bit annoyed. Enriquez, the goal scorer, to Barahona, the substitute. The ball is cleared to Godoy, the other substitute. Here's Barahona wearing the number 10 shirt, which would suggest that he does have some quality. Well, he plays for his country, which would suggest that he does have some quality. Headed out by Jermaine Taylor. McCleary. This is Gareth McCleary. Gives up possession to Godoy. Now it's with Enriquez. Enriquez back to Hannibal Godoy. Godoy inside to Marcos Sanchez, to Tejada, to Barahona, back to Enriquez. Panama with a lot more confidence because of that goal. Gomez gets it back to Baloy. Number of passes. This is Torres. Torres doesn't give it to Paris. Tries to get it to Tejada. Broken up by Jamaica. Back to Panama. Here's Perez. Gets it to Tejada. Good move from Tejada. But Ricketts gets there first. So what a difference a goal makes. Panama looking a different team. Coach Deli Valdez, his twin brother, is his assistant. Here comes Jamaica. Luton Shelton. DeMar Phillips to his left. He doesn't get it to Phillips. He comes to McCleary. 3 Jamaicans inside the box. Needs a good cross. Back to Austin. Austin goes for goal. Maybe the cross should have come a lot earlier. Had 3 Jamaicans inside. Austin went for the shot on the weaker foot. He does kick it powerfully, the man from Leeds. You can't give him a hard time for taking a shot just at the top of the box. But he knows if he catches it, it might cause some problems. Perez is a big fella in the middle of the park. Godoy broken up by Austin. Austin tries to get it to McCleary. Goes to Henriquez. To Godoy. No, it's with Perez. Perez tries to get it to Sanchez. This is Luis Tejada. The veteran gets it to Paris. Lionel Paris. Ball given away to Mackinac. Again, he's knocked over and the foul will go to Jamaica. Marvin Elliott with his first goal for Jamaica in the 22nd minute from a DeMar Phillips corner. And then Luis Henriquez in the 65th minute to tie the game at 1. McCleary gives up possession, not too pleased with himself. The assistant referee says it's going to be a goal kick. I suspect Panama won't be too upset if they leave here with a point. Jamaicans would, if it ends like this, will have 2 points from 2 games. Honduras will have 4 points. They have 4 points from 2 games. Panama will also have 2 points from 2 games. And should the United States, should they win their game against Costa Rica, they would have 3 points from 2 games. Here's DeMar Phillips. Mackinac, back to Phillips. Mariappa has Jermaine Taylor to his right. This is Jermaine Taylor with the ball. Gets it to Omar Daly, shown a yellow card earlier. Inside to Austin, back to Daly. Here comes Omar Daly, they call him Ratty. Gets it to McCleary. Ball broken up, and here's Barahona. Barahona has Sanchez in some space on the far side. He does well to keep possession. And that's a good ball to Perez. Can he get there before Austin? He doesn't. He goes down hard, but Rudolph Austin got all ball. No foul at all. Austin went hard and got all ball. The medical team is called on. Malloy comes to the side to his coach. Look at this, Rudolph Austin comes hard. But certainly no foul. Perez went down hard. So Elliott in the 22nd, Henriquez in the 65th. It's 1-1. Theodore Whitmore sends for Jermaine Teddy Johnson, the former Tivoli Gardens player. Now at Sheffield Wednesday, his team just above the relegation zone, 4th from bottom. Theodore Whitmore not thinking of trying to get a point here. Mejia. Tejada is onside. Oh, great touch from Luis Tejada, and good defending in the end by Jamaica. But what a turn from Luis Tejada. Great touch. And Barahona said, you should have slipped it to me. He says, I apologize, but he took it beautifully, didn't he? So Johnson might be for Shelton. Theodore Whitmore wants to win. He's made a couple of substitutions, so this is the final one. Just under 15 minutes to go here at the National Stadium. Taylor wins the header. Headed back in. And here's Barahona. Daly to McCleary. Oh, luckily he gets it back, Gareth McCleary. It's Joel Mackinac. Phillips to his left. Here's DeMar Phillips. Doesn't give it to Phillips. I think he should have played the ball to DeMar Phillips a long time ago. Phillips came overlapping, and he's way out of position, DeMar Phillips. McIntosh will go back to help out. But I think he took a couple of touches too many just now. Barahona. Daly. Austin. Well, this is Elliott. Marvin Elliott with the ball, the goal scorer. And now this is Gareth McCleary. Here's McCleary. Austin goes for the run. Inside to Shelton. Still Shelton. Now McCleary. Back to Luton Shelton. To Phillips. McIntosh. Paris is there. Again. He doesn't give it back to Phillips. Goes to the back post. And that will die a natural death. Well, it is Panama who will make the first substitution. Gabriel Gomez will come out. And going on the park is Alberto Quintero. So they've made all three changes. And now Jermaine Johnson will go on, wearing the number 8 shirt. And who's coming out for Jamaica? Johnson started the game against Mexico. And it's Joel McIntosh. I don't think the crowd is too impressed with that substitution. So McIntosh is pulled out, so all 6 substitutions have been made. That's it for the evening, folks. So if you're not on the park yet, you're not going to go on again. I guess you're going to have some annoyed substitutes. You've been getting warm for a while, and then the coach says sit back down. Andrew Price does that all the time, I suspect. And the substitutes be a little bit annoyed, especially if you don't win the game. They get a lot more annoyed when they don't win, because they think that if you had put me on, coach, I would have done it. Daly inside to Austin. Goes for McCleary. Can he get there? Oh, he does well to keep it inside. The throw goes to Jamaica. Enriquez is saying the ball was already into touch, which is what Luis Enriquez was saying. It's been a contentious game. And Paloy calmly comes across and says, well, I think I agree with him. The Jamaicans get a corner, do they? DeMar Phillips comes across. It was from his corner in the 22nd minute that Marvin Elliott put it in the back of the net. Elliott is at the back post. Here they come again. This one is headed out by Torres, kept in by Jamaica. But Perez coming all the way back, and he just wants to clear his lines, and he does. Omar Daly has to be careful. Puts it back up, tries to find Luton Shelton. Torres wins the header again. This is Quintero. Sanchez. Godoy. Anibal Godoy. Back to Sanchez. Here's Godoy. Broken up. Oh. Mariappa gives up possession. Here's Perez. Perez to Tejada. Well, his first touch wasn't a very good one, luckily for Jamaica, because he was through. Here's Tejada once again, a chance here for Panama, and Tejada doesn't get it across goal. And they get their 4th corner of the game, but a very, very confident looking Tejada. I thought maybe he would have gone for a shot, and then maybe he could have put it across goal, but he didn't. Less than 10 minutes to go, plus time to be added on. Here's Barahona with the corner. Sanchez comes close. He gets it back to Barahona. Nelson Barahona. Broken up by Daly. And here's McCleary. And Jamaican saying go forward with the ball. He has some pace. Gareth McCleary. Ball broken up again, and the foul will
go against him, and a yellow card will be shown to McCleary, the third Jamaican. Goes in the books. Mr. Hector Rodriguez, the referee, has been a busy man tonight. There's Garth McCleary. Free kick taken by the captain, Felipe Baloy. This is Godoy with the ball. Tejada. First touch not very good from Demar Phillips. Paris to the back post. Oh, luckily Jermaine Taylor got there before Blas Perez. Another corner to Panama. Theodore Whitmore certainly with a concerned look now. Certainly don't want to give up a goal now. Here's Nelson Barahona. Nice name. Let's see what he will do with this corner. An in-swinger. Chance here. Blocked. Torres again, the central defender. He came up the last time and got a header on Jermaine Johnson. Here's Jermaine Teddy Johnson with the ball. Still Jermaine Johnson. Gets it across, offside. Theo Robinson called offside. And the crowd sits back down. So Johnson with a wonderful dribble, showing some pace. Robinson in offside position. And I think they've sent Alfredo Monteso to the stand. So Alfredo Monteso sent to the stand. He wasn't shown a red card, but obviously he said something. The fourth official called the referee, and the assistant coach of the Jamaican team sent to the stand. Well, there you go. Theodore Whitmore still has his good friend and goalkeeping coach Warren Barrett close to him. Barahona goes to the back post, headed out by Demar Phillips. Here comes Jamaica. Not a whole lot of time left in the game. Jermaine Johnson once again. Robinson. Johnson. Here is Johnson. Needs to pass the ball. Shelton goes for goal. Easy save. Jermaine Johnson certainly, he has shown you what he's come on the park to do. I suspect it won't be the worst result for the Jamaican team. They would certainly have preferred 3 points, and they still have a chance to do it. Johnson not letting the ball go. Barahona, the referee says no free kick. And no, Austin knocks him over, and Panama gets the free kick. Again, the crowd not too impressed with that. I think right now any call that goes against Jamaica will incur the wrath of the people, I'm sure. Elliott, the goal scorer, back to Demar Phillips. Broken up by Sanchez. Theo Robinson tries to get there, and Torres decides, well, I'm not going to fool around with this one. Here is Perez. Omar Daly breaks it up.
Paris with the ball. He's had a good game, Paris. Not as much of the ball in the second half as he had in the first half, but he has played well on the right-hand side for his team. Panama gets the throw. Here's Gareth McCleary with the ball. Again, the fans urging him to go forward. Austin. Barahona has done well since coming on the park. Sanchez gets it to Perez. Here's Blas Perez. Back to Marcos Sanchez. He finds the goal scorer, Luis Henriquez. Inside to Anibal Godoy. Lionel Paris. I think Coach Valdez will be the happier coach if it stays like this. Playing away from home and he gets a point. Ball played through. Foul call against Jamaica. DeMar Phillips. Oh, referee said it was a dive. Okay. So the substitute, Alberto Quintero, is shown the yellow card. As Mr. Rodriguez said, well, you had a dive there, youngster. Not going to stand for it. Yellow card to Quintero. Just a couple of minutes to go and then time to be added on. We're live at the National Stadium. See the security ringing the cycle-track to ensure that the fans don't spill across. Here's Enriquez, must be a happy man, scoring for his team. Sanchez to Nelson Barahona, who has made a difference since coming on the park for Panama. Foul goes to Barahona, inside to Tejada. Enriquez makes the run. This is Luis Enriquez. Back to Tejada, back to Barahona, to Tejada. Good movement, broken up by Jamaica. And now Austin will come away with it for Jamaica. Gets it to Teddy Johnson. Here's Jermaine Johnson. Again, he will go for a run. And he tries to get it to McCleary. Can he get there? McCleary can't. Good movement from Jermaine Johnson. The ball is played into touch, and the referee tells Mejia not to waste any time. Final minute before we are told by the fourth official how much time to be added on. USA 1, Costa Rica 0. Clint Dempsey the goal scorer. Mexico 2, Honduras 2. So if things stays like this, Honduras will be at the top with 4 points. Mexico will have 2 points. Panama will have 2 points. Jamaica will have 2 points. And the United States, who was coming last before this, will go to second with 3 points. Remember, 3 teams out of 6 will automatically qualify for the World Cup. 3 minutes of time to be added on. We're in the first minute of time to be added on. Jamaicans certainly don't want to give up a goal now. Here's DeMar Phillips. Remember, the Jamaicans go after tomorrow. They head for Costa Rica to play on Tuesday. You'll see it live here. Good cross. Here's McCleary. Austin calls for it. McCleary goes for the shot himself. Still got McCleary! That didn't miss by far.
What a goal that would have been at this time in the game. Now look at this. It misses the post by inches. Very close. Mejia went all the way across. And maybe he would have got it had it been any closer, but it did miss by far. A minute and a half to go in the game. The 22nd minute, Marvin Elliott's header. And then, in the 65th minute, Luis Henriquez tied the game for Panama, and the Jamaicans, who have not had a great record against Panama, only winning 2 games, never won a World Cup qualifier, and they have less than a minute to change that. I'm sure Coach Denny Valdez will be the happier coach, as we said earlier. Here's Godoy. Phillips to Robinson. This is Jermaine Johnson. Robinson makes the run. Now Johnson gets it to Robinson. Could Jamaica get the winner here? Here's Theo Robinson. Breaks inside. Still Robinson with the ball. Broken up. Still an opportunity. Well, that might just be that. Foul against Jamaica with seconds to go in the game with Panama's kick. That should be that. Crowd starting to stream out the National Stadium. Jamaica Football Federation will be very pleased with the attendance. A full house here, and I suspect the fact that they did so well against Mexico at the Azteca had everything to do with that. The Jamaicans will play here again in June. Before that, they play Costa Rica on Tuesday. Costa Ricans losing to the United States.